Top 10 fish for a 10-gallon freshwater aquarium. While larger aquariums are generally better, not everyone can get or keep a big aquarium. It could be due to space requirements or financial constraints or just a desire to have a smaller tank. Whatever the reason may be, small tanks do have their place in the hobby. Even though smaller tanks will limit the number of choices you will have as far as fish are concerned, there are still plenty of great options. Here are 10 of the best freshwater fish for a 10-gallon tank. Neon Tetras. These fish are considered the gems of the freshwater hobby by many, and with good reason. They are fairly hardy, look stunning, and they stay quite small, which is great for a 10-gallon tank. You can easily fit a dozen of these in a small tank, and their schooling behavior will make for a stunning aquarium that will rival many larger aquariums. They are readily available too, and are quite affordable, which makes them great for anyone on a tight budget. Get some small plants and some moss, and the combination of neon blue and green will pack in quite the punch, especially for a 10-gallon tank. Golden Dwarf Barbs. Barbs are generally not recommended for smaller tanks, but the Golden Dwarf Barb is an exception. It is small and docile, and it can be kept with other small fish to make for a compact yet dynamic community tank. While they may not look very pretty at first glance under the right lighting, they can look cool. They are very hardy and easy to keep, which is perfect for a 10-gallon tank. Guppies. To put it simply, the aquarium hobby would not exist had it not been for fishes like the guppy. It is extremely hardy, very affordable, and it is a live bearer. If you want to try your hand at breeding fish, then there isn't a better option to start with than the guppy. The ease with which these fish can be kept should not fool you though. They can be stunning, especially the males, and they have this grace about them that is mesmerizing. If this is your first aquarium, then the guppy is pretty much the default choice for an easy but interesting entry into the hobby. Pygmy Corydoras. Corydoras or cory catfish are one of the most personable and playful freshwater fishes you can get, and while they do not grow to be too big, the Pygmy Corydoras, as the name suggests, take staying small to a whole new level. With a maximum size of just an inch, it is perfect for a 10-gallon tank. You can keep 8 of them together, which is also the recommended minimum for these highly social fish. They aren't too demanding when it comes to care and tank requirements, making them one of the best options for small tanks. Dwarf Gourami. If you want to keep just a couple of centerpiece fish instead of multiple small fish, then the Dwarf Gourami is a great option. It looks stunning, and its graceful and slow swimming pattern makes it a great fit for compact tanks. While it is relatively hardy, it does need proper care, especially in a smaller tank. Make sure that the tank is properly maintained and that the water is tested regularly. A few ornaments and/or plants will make for a really classy aquarium. Celestial Pearl Danios. This is a fish off the beaten path. Not many hobbyists are aware of this fish, which makes it truly special. You can create a one-of-a-kind aquarium with this fish. Its coloration is pretty much unseen in the world of freshwater fish. It stays under an inch, which is great for a 10-gallon tank. The downside, though, is that these fish are relatively difficult to procure. This can also make them quite expensive, especially for a fish of this size. It is also a bit demanding when it comes to care and tank setup, and should only be kept by people who have prior experience in fish keeping. Sparkling Gourami. As the name suggests, this is an eye-catching fish with a lot of great qualities that make it a great option for a tank as small as 10 gallons. It grows to a maximum size of 1.6 inches, and you can keep a pair of them in a 10-gallon tank. Combine them with a few really small schooling fish like the Neon Tetra, and you will have an almost otherworldly aesthetic of fluorescent brilliance. The sparkling gourami is relatively easy to care for. The only problem you might encounter with this fish is probably finding one, as these aren't that readily available. Ember Tetras. While the Neon Tetra gets all the attention, especially when filling out a smaller tank, the Ember Tetra can be a cool alternative. Even though it is not as brilliantly colored as its neon cousin, it still looks striking in its own right. Their bright red coloration, which gives them the moniker of Fire Tetra, works well in a planted tank. It is a peaceful, non-demanding, and hardy fish that stays under an inch and can live for up to 3 years, which is quite rare among small fish. Betta. No list of fish for a small tank would be complete without the insanely popular and alluringly beautiful Betta. This is the best option if you want to keep just a single fish and still have an aquarium that packs in a lot of punch. You can also keep one Betta with a few Neon Tetras or similarly sized fish. Avoid anything with long flowing fins. This fish does have a mean streak, and if you keep 2 or more of these fish together, they will fight to the death. Keeping just one, though, is in no way a compromise, as this fish is available in multiple great color options. And just one is enough to create a visual masterpiece of an aquarium. Ghost shrimp. We round off our list with an invertebrate. Even though this isn't technically a fish, it cannot be ignored when looking at freshwater options for a 10-gallon tank. To start off, they are really small, and you can keep them in decently large numbers even in a small tank, almost a couple dozen in a 10-gallon tank. They are also very easy to take care of. This is the perfect option for anyone looking for the least demanding small aquarium that is still unique. To sum things up, well, there you have it, folks. A school of fantastic fish perfect for your 10-gallon freshwater aquarium. From the dazzling Neon Tetras to the captivating Betta, these aquatic wonders can turn your small tank into a masterpiece. If you enjoyed swimming through this sea of information, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. It's like a high five for fish enthusiasts. Also, let us know in the comments which fish you're excited to add to your tank, or if you have any other fantastic suggestions for small aquariums. And hey, if you haven't already, why not dive into our ocean of videos by subscribing to our channel? Hit that subscribe button, and you'll stay hooked on all things aquarium related. Trust me, it's a journey you won't want to miss. But wait, there's more. Check out our other video titled Top 7 Aquarium Fish for Beginners for even more underwater wonders. It's a real treat for budding aquarists. Alright, fish friends, until next time, keep those tanks sparkling, and may your fins always be in fine form.